Good morning, everyone. What is art? What is art? Uh, when we think about art, or when we, what kind of a person do we think of when we think about an artist, or when we hear the word artist? Maybe someone, maybe a painter or a musician, someone who can paint a landscape, a beautiful landscape like this, or someone who can create very melodious music. But what about a filmmaker? Is a filmmaker ever the first person we imagine when we think of an artist? Probably not. But why? So let's take a step back first and try to understand what the different art forms can do. What are their specific qualities? I'm not going to go into too much of theory, but very quickly. So, while a novel through the written word can tell us a story, a picture or a photograph can actually be very visually appealing. And a song can actually mesmerize us, through the auditive beauty it has. But where does a film fit in here? What is the quality of a movie? Doesn't it somehow combine the qualities of all the art forms we know? Now, all these art forms, they communicate through different mediums and reach out through our different senses. And a film can do a lot of things which we associate with the more traditional art forms. So it can also tell a story, it can be visually astonishing, and the soundtracks, as we all hear so much, they can leave a very lasting impression on us. So I believe, and that's what I want to convey today, that films are not just a source of entertainment, they are art. They are a synthesis of all the beautiful art forms we know. And it's no wonder that they are so popular and they are so widely consumed. Now, if you think about it from this perspective, films are a truly democratic medium of expression, and they are a very democratic art form by way of consumption. I mean, look at our country, for example. We have one of the most diverse and one of the largest film industries in the world. We are one of the largest producers and consumers of films. And even, a very poor, very illiterate person in some remote village of our country would adore the stars like Amitabh Bachchan or Rajnikant, right? Now, yet even more fascinating thing about films is that now more than ever, filmmaking has become a truly global and a truly democratic medium, even by the way of production. So, like earlier on, just filmmakers or those who had the resources to make a movie could, actually undertake such a costly venture. But nowadays, with such gigantic leaps that we've made with technology, thanks to all the technicians out there, filmmaking has actually reached the common people. People like you and I and anyone can actually think of making a film today. And with the exciting new technologies that we have in our mobile phones, we actually carry a camera in our pockets. So this has made filmmaking easier than ever. Also with the internet platform, the social media, like Facebook, YouTube, and the emergence of so many broadcasting platforms, the distribution of films has also become very democratic and easy. So filmmaking has become a truly global art form and a very democratic medium of expression. Now, let me take you into a fascinating world within this wider realm of filmmaking. We keep hearing, people say, think big. But I would like to encourage you to think big by thinking small. Have you ever thought where the journey of a filmmaker begins? Perhaps it begins with a short film. Every filmmaker starts out with his first short film or a venture. He may not have money to make a feature film. So, more often than not, he starts with a short film. But what is a short film? What can it do? What can a short film do? A short film is a tool to spread ideas and meaningful messages. It's a filmmaker's voice. And through a crisp, entertaining, thought-provoking, film or a short film, a filmmaker conveys his ideas very quickly and effectively, right? Now, I'm going to show you a couple of examples. The first one is a very fitting example for this occasion. We are standing here in one of the most prestigious education institutions of our country, and the next film is called Doors. It is made by a Delhi-based filmmaker, and it talks about the importance of education. So I wanted to start with this one first. I'm glad you liked it. This film was made by Nitin Das, who's a Delhi-based filmmaker, and you'll be surprised to know that Nitin is he's actually an alumnus of IIM Lucknow. He went to business school, studied business, worked in corporate sector for about 5 years before he realized that his true calling is filmmaking. So then he went to New York, studied filmmaking, and today he's doing very well for himself. He's one of the big names in the independent film circuit in India, and he's working in with underprivileged children, making movies on socially relevant themes, and his efforts have fortunately been recognized by big organizations for his very creative, impactful, and simple filmmaking. And this was one example. Now, moving on, the next movie I'm going to show you is called Jump. It's a 1-minute animation video. Maybe the animation club members here might be interested. It's a beautiful film, and I was introduced to this back in 2008 when it entered one of our short film competitions that we did. And it is made by Abhinav Tripathi, who was working in the advertising industry at that time. Today, he's grown by leaps. He's a very senior creative director. At that time, he was just maybe 1 year into the industry. Now he's a very senior person. So just let's have a look. Now, until now, I have shown you films that have some sort of a socially relevant message. But the point is that short films are not just serious cinema or documentaries or films with social messages. They can also be works of fiction, and they can be, comedies, although short, but can convey that message very quickly. And they can be experimental videos as well. People make videos, they put it up on YouTube and the Vimeos of the world. And some exceptional ones, they end up becoming viral videos. As we all know, like the Gangnam Style, a friend was telling me it is the second most watched video of all times. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about.
One fine day, a little spark lit the flames of love, and I was conceived. I came into this world and acquired my own colors. A lot of people came into my life and became mine. Few moments I wasted in drinking to the joys of life, and few got blown away in smoke. Then love happened, and my life was complete. I got hitched. Two kids were born. At times, life was a smooth sailing, but at times, it was bitter too. I got finished one day. As time passed, even my name got wiped off from this world. My mama used to say, life is like a plate of penne pasta.
That's philosophy for you. Okay. Maybe the other film is not working. So let's move on. Now let me share with you my main message that I want to share today. If there was one thought I want to leave you all with, it is this. Everyone can make a short film. Yes, each one of us sitting in this room can make a short film. No doubt, filmmaking is an art and it requires a certain amount of talent. But as I was saying earlier, filmmaking is no more an exclusive art. And just as other art forms, it can be learned and improved over time by practice. So also one important thing we need to keep in mind is that filmmaking is not difficult or expensive at all today. Let me try to explain what I mean. Let me try to break it down for you here. The recipe for making a film is very simple, and it doesn't have much ingredients. There are very few ingredients to make a film. So the first and the most important one perhaps is finding that idea, that inspiration. And I'm sure with all the experiences, the situations we've all been we encounter in our daily lives, it won't be much of a problem to find an idea which can be turned into a film. I'm sure if we look around us, if we pay attention, the story will come to us. Now, the beautiful part about filmmaking is that today, if the idea or the story is there, the rest of the things fall in place very easily. So, take for example, if you need to raise funds, today is, we have so many democratic platforms like crowdfunding. There's this concept of crowdfunding. Some of you might know. You put up your idea on a crowdfunding platform, and you can actually generate interest from not just friends and family, but also people who are unknown to you. They are willing to support your idea from, across borders, far away continents. So today we are living in very, very fortunate times that we have access to such platforms. Also, maybe with all this technology that we have, we are carrying cameras in our pockets. We have such advanced features in our digital cameras and mobile phones today. We have the SLRs which have become very affordable. So filmmaking has become very easy, and you can actually find that without looking much further. Also, there are these small things which you can find. If you want the editing tools, you want any free images or music, you have platforms like the Creative Commons, or you have free softwares which you can download. So the point is, filmmaking is easy. It's not very difficult. One just has to get the idea and the story correct. Now, the last and perhaps the most significant step for a filmmaker, which many people grapple with, is finding the audience. And today, there are a lot of filmmakers who are able to make the film, but they are not able to reach the people, in spite of having platforms like YouTube and Vimeo. And there are these very interesting online broadcasting channels we have, where people can put up their videos on a pay-per-view or a video on demand model. Then there are film festivals where you can send your film. There are film clubs that exist. In India, it's an emerging concept. And then of course there are platforms like Film Booth. Now let me show you an example of a very simple short film. Talking of simplicity in filmmaking, I'm going to show you an example of a simply made short film. Now, this film, as you have seen, very simply shot, and you'll be surprised to know that it was part of a video contest which Mofilm had done for Hindustan Times, and this film won the runners-up prize, and the cash award, you'll be surprised to know, was 5,000 US dollars, which is 2 lakh rupees. Now, the point is that filmmaking is not just simple and easy, easily accessible; it can also be rewarding. So maybe it's time to, just maybe get out there and so now at the cost of repeating myself, I'd like to convey my message again, and it is that each one of us can make a short film, and it is not rocket science. I'm sure some of you might even figure out rocket science, but I would like to urge you all, I'll take this platform to urge you all, please get out there with your cameras and start shooting. Let others know how you see this world. Share those ideas or spread those ideas and messages that you always wanted to share, that you have in mind, you have, stories that you want to share. And believe me, once you do that, you'll feel immense joy and a sense of achievement once you've done that. Now, I'll introduce the last film to you, which is, I kept it for last because it's a very fascinating film. It's made by Rajneel Singh, who's an Indian based in New Zealand. And this film actually came in one of our competitions just recently. I hope you like it. Before coming here, I had spoken with Rajneel, and he wanted me to tell all of you that after seeing this movie, Lonely Planet, the guide that they have across the world, they changed the name of the lake unknown to Lake Dave in all their Lonely Planet guides. So you've seen how this is such a beautiful depiction of this adventurer who dared to dream big and how he went ahead and achieved it. So I'd like you to all to just maybe think a little short, but give your big ideas in that. Thank you very much.